Good afternoon, all. Paul from CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday afternoon, August 19th. We're looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and the NQ. So we definitely had some things change here. First off, ES got back into balance with a weird B period as they took out yesterday's high. But that was it, and then they came down. So they're right back to down. They came back into balance for one time frame, so I'm calling them down. ES goes out with a triple distribution day. They had one tick that held down here and then this. So they have a triple distribution day. They're down on the daily. NQ goes out with a double distribution day. But not only are they down on the daily, they put the weekly back to balance. We'll see by Friday how big a balance it is. Righty goes out with a triple distribution day down, an afternoon rally high, and an outside day down, which I failed to mention. So does ES. So Righty and ES have outside days down. I did not call Righty down yet on the daily because they just kind of stretched this one by about 3 points. However, I will change the balance. Instead of using Wednesday, I'll just call this a 4-day balance now in Righty. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday. Okay? If they take out today's low tomorrow, automatically down. Volume in ES weak, or I should say it's going to be below average. But NQ is different. It's more. In fact, it's 6 million more already. So it's over 10% more in triple Qs, okay, with the after hours to come. There's been some different things here we'll talk about briefly that I think bear repeating and bear watching. First off, we talked about how ES could not get it below the upper distribution from last Tuesday. Well, again today, A period came down, stopped right at the overnight low, right above the single prints, only to rip up, but not get the overnight high. And I told the room when we started coming back down, at some point, if they get below, you're going to put 4 days underwater plus A and B period, and there could be some extension. Well, bingo, you got it, as we went triple distribution day down. But they're still up on the weekly, and they still have the all-time high in the overnight. That is some stark contrast from NQ. Not only does NQ have an all-time high in regular trading hours, and they took out the weekly low. Now, again, it's going to be hard to see because I'm in 8-tick increments. But we've had some pretty good excess recently in NQ. At the all-time high, then the next day at C's high, the next trading day at A. Now, we took back most of yesterday's in L and M, but today we had, again, I'm in 8-tick increments. If I put this in ones, it's going to be a lot bigger. So 4 out of the last 5 days in NQ have basically lower highs and excess on these days. Is that a concern? Again, I'm not here to sign any debt certificates for the bulls. I'm just looking. I always look at both sides of the market. And the fact that they have excess for the past 4 days, especially at the all-time high, and their all-time highs in regular trading hours, might give me some pause at NQ. For now, might have put in its high. Now, with all that being brought out, would ES have in their all-time high in the overnight? If ES goes to go get that, NQ is going to go back up. They might not get their all-time high and leave that excess, but they would certainly take back some of these last couple of days' excesses if that was to occur. Just food for thought as we go forward. It's a good day today. I did nothing but short the market. I had only one loss. That came in A. I did a really great short to get the overnight low with a nice lot. Then some really nice ebb and flow shorts. But then I did lose on one because even though they didn't go up and take out A's high the way ES did, A pushed up pretty good, and that's the one I lost on. I didn't do anything in B until to take the short to get A's low. So we got that and some ebb and flows, and then C period buried the IB low with a 5 lot. Was short in D period against the singles. And then again, I shorted G, H, and J. That was the last one I did. Didn't do anything K on that. So it was a very accommodating day in NQ. ES, except for what B did, was pretty much a very accommodating day also. The Bears win 6-0 in ES, 7-0 in NQ. So out of 13 trading days this month, there's been 8 shutouts for each ES and NQ. 4 Bulls, 4 Bears for each. So it's been a lot of one way in this month. So ES is still, for the month, and this is another disparity. ES on our checklist sheet, the Bulls are 7-5-1. 7 wins, 5 losses, and a tie. NQ is the opposite. 5-7-1. The Bulls are losing this month. And that comes into play what we just spoke about the highs, the excess, and those type of things. So definitely something to keep an eye on. Chart-wise, I'm starting with NQ, or triple Qs. So here's the weekly. Now, the monthly's still very healthy, but the weekly's balanced. How big will the balance be? I don't know yet. It's only Tuesday. If we push down a lot, we might encompass a bunch more weeks. If we push back up, maybe it'll be 2 weeks. We don't know yet. But it's balance. Okay? And the daily is down. It's one-time framing down 4 days. Okay? After hitting its all-time high. And I just realized the 20-day moving average, they closed right below it. Now again, one day does not make a market at all. Okay, but again, things to keep in mind. And in the SPY, again, their weekly is still up. It's an inside week right now, but it's still up. We did not take out last week's low. And the daily, we took out yesterday's high, but the way we reversed and came back down, I had been calling it down. We went to balance for one time frame and back down to down. So we're down on the daily. I hope you guys and gals had a good day trading. I appreciate you liking and subscribing to this channel. Rest up, enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.